How you doing, guys? I'm Preston. I'm going to be going over the Walther PPK-S. A lot of you guys probably seen the PPK from secret agent movies like James Bond, and they have two versions. They have the stainless steel version and the blackened version. And so with this one, it's a double action, single action, straight blowback, 380 caliber pistol. And the S stands for special because they just made the height a little bit more to throw an extra round in this one. The PPK had 6, this one has 7. And to check for safety, it's a little different. It doesn't have a slide lock. So we pull the magazine, make sure it's clear. Also on the back of the gun has a little notifier, and it'll protrude out if there's a round in the chamber, which is pretty cool. Don't trust it though. It's just for extra safety precaution. You will put the magazine back in so it will lock. Pull the magazine out. Check your chamber. Make sure it's free and clear. We're good. Now you're going to pull it back and let the slide go forward so we can field strip it. Now you see your trigger guard. You're going to pull it down, put your finger under it, put your thumb behind your grip, and you're going to pull all the way back, lift up, and out. Put the trigger guard back. Now with the spring, do not pull from the front. It is very strong. So pull from the very back, and out she goes. And there you go, you were field stripped. Now, I'm going to do it in a faster version so we can get it in time and explain how it's supposed to be done. Okay, so we're going to take, this is shooter lube. I use shooter lube because I hate wearing gloves, and this stuff is non-toxic for breathing or having it on your hands. Very good stuff. So I'm going to take the solvent, I'm going to spray down the frame, down the magazine well, down the barrel. Anywhere you can see, usually stainless steel, you can see everything. But for the blackened version, spray all the metal parts with your slide. Look how simple that sucker is. I love it. You're going to spray everything that's got your carbon and gas all over it. Spray your spraying if it's dirty. And after it's all sprayed, you let it sit for like 2 to 3 minutes so it can soak up, start eating away all that stuff. Get a nylon brush with a smaller end so you can get into those little parts you saw on the slide and also in here. You're just going to scrub everywhere, down the chamber area, down the magazine well, on top of your frame, on the rails, your hammer, anywhere that you can see the dirtiness from firing. Scrub everything. Use the little one to get in between those tiny parts of your slide, also on the rails, and then on your spring, just go down the spring. Once it's all scrubbed and done, you want to take I use bore snake. If you go over 50, 100 rounds, I'll take a cable with a little brass barrel brush, but bore snake does just fine when you're not shooting a ton of rounds. You always want to go chamber end first, and you're going to pull it. Now, with the bore snake, has the brass teeth here, and then the rest to clean out all the stuff the brass grabs. You pull it out just like that. Now, in the real version, this is the fast version, do that 3 to 5 times. Use a light. I usually have a light up here like this so I can look and make sure that's nice and clean. And once we got all the solvent scrubbed, we're going to take our rags or t-shirts. Use white so you can see that you're taking everything off. You're going to wipe everything off all over the place, and you can take your little brush to get that rag inside these little areas that your fingers can't. Same with around the barrel. I like to shove it in there and kind of give it some twists so you get everything out of it. Same thing for your frame. Wipe everything off, and then down your magazine well, use your brush. Get that guy both sides, and until it comes out white, you continue until everything is carbon and gas free. Okay? Now once we have gotten all of that free, we're gonna oil. So the oil, since everything is stainless steel, it all needs oil, and not a lot. So I'll put the oil on the rag and I'll wipe it down, like pretty much giving it a good rub and a good coat of oil on everything. The rails, outside the barrel, underneath the barrel, everywhere. Anywhere that's metal. That's why stainless steel kicks butt. This gun rules. You can see what you're doing a lot better than the blackened steel. And then for your slide, go down the rails, the inside, all the metal parts that are in here need to get oil. The outside, make sure everything gets oil. And then for your spring, just kind of twist that oil onto it. Now with the barrel, this is where the bore snake kicks butt. So it has this little knot right here, and put oil on one side, oil on the other, and then on the very end, oil on one side, oil on the other. And this is another 3 to 5 times. I just like doing 3 to 5 times. My personal way of cleaning. And pull it on through with the oil. Now that everything is oiled up and clean, white ragged, we're going to put everything back together. Make sure you do not put the recoil spring on backwards. See how it's tight? If it goes on super easy, it's backwards. You want to line it up with the barrel and give it a little twist for help and push from the back till it gets to the end. Same with the trigger guard. Pull it down, put your finger there, because you want it away from its little spot to stop this slide from going in. You're going to put the slide at an angle, line it up with the barrel, pull all the way back. Come on, baby. Just like that. Put your trigger guard back up, and you are all put back together. A little harder to do it with the left hand for you guys, but I'm going to just show you the double action. So when you're loaded, your safety, put her down like this so you can see the decocker, and now you're on safe. Once you lift it back up for fire, that little red dot showing, you are now in double action, where you have that first double action shot and then goes back into single action. All in all, this pistol kicks ass. I have shot in the Hellcat, the P365. Yes, the capacity is lower, but when shots mean the most, this thing has hit every shot you're pointing at. Once you get used to these sights, which did not take long. And also I keep hearing these stories about the slide hitting their hands or thumbs. You're holding your pistol wrong. I have not had any issues with the 50 rounds I had at the range, and they hit their placements everywhere I was shooting. This is a badass German gun. And I would tell you, if you don't have one and you want to get into that, do it. It's a fun little gun to enjoy. But other than that, I'm Preston, and that is the field stripping and cleaning and reassembly of the Walther PPKS 380 caliber pistol. Thank you for watching, guys.